Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Kathy. It is May 19th, and this is our Sunday ceremony. And I'm delighted to be here with you today. And so are all of the rest of us, which I don't think you can see their images or anything, people that are here live. And you are welcome at any time to come join us live if you have the time to do that. Otherwise, many of you are taking full advantage of these being on YouTube. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Let us begin by surrounding ourselves in protection, and we begin with the heart source. For those of you not familiar with the heart source, bring your attention to the center of your chest, to your heart chakra, and just feel yourself going deep within. And now move around to your back, and there's the back of your heart chakra. Right there through your spine, opposite of the front. Somebody is a little bit too low, so check if you don't feel like you're going into that. There you go, back of the heart chakra. Just adjust where your entry point is. Go deep within. Now, really go deep with this one, because as you travel through the front part of the back, it's like going through a hallway or an alleyway or a tunnel, and then you are going to step into, it's almost like breaking into this expansive place, which is your sacred space. Good. Now you're in two places at one time, the front of the heart, the back of the heart. Now go around the front of the again and go into your third eye, to the sixth chakra, your brow chakra. Go deep within and set your intention as you're going into that front of the third eye. Set your intention to locate the violet flame, which is at the back of the front of your third eye, just sitting there in the back. There it is. We're going to activate it. I'm waving at it when you saw my hands go. We're going to activate it in just a few minutes. You can activate it now if you want, but I always like to finish the heart source. Go around to the back and go into the back part of your third eye. Go a little bit, go to the center. Somebody's roaming around trying to find it. There you go, right in there. Now feel what this is, or experience it, or see it. I'm very kinesthetic, clairsentient. So just feel it and connect the heart chakra with the third eye with a beam of energy straight up the center of you. Notice what happens. And by the way, when you do this, it really activates all of the chakras within your body, major and minor. Send that beam of energy straight up to the center of the universe. And keeping that beam of energy straight up at the center of the universe, go all the way down to the center of the earth. And as Amma says, you are now grounded above and below. And folks, this is how we walk between the worlds, between the third dimension and the fifth dimension, being connected to them like this. Good. And now the next form of protection, declare, I am the sword, and you are the sword of Michael the Archangel. If you have not yet received the sword of Michael the Archangel, here you are in your heart source, and you can focus on your heart within your heart source. Call upon Archangel Michael. And all of you who have the sword can do this again. I always have great fun with it. And ask Archangel Michael if you may have his sword. And hold out your dominant hand, palm up, and feel, I can feel it. I don't know what you experience. I feel the hilt of the sword in my hand. And now I move it, point up, the blades up, holding it in front of my heart. And now place it within your heart, where it will merge with your energy field. All 7 layers of your aura, your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical bodies. And to activate the sword within you, you simply say, I am the sword. And you are now a tremendous transmuter of energy. Michael's sword can only be used for good, for truth, transmutes low vibration energy into higher vibration energy. Wonderful. And now, violet flame, activate around the 7th layer of our aura. Now, if you want to change where it's activating, let's say you work with the 12 chakras and you want to activate the 12th layer, go right ahead. It doesn't matter. Wherever it is. And now let's extend that heart source and simply say, heart source, extend to where you totally surround my body, including bodies, energy bodies, to the 7th layer or to the tips of my fingers when I hold my hands outward, whichever is larger. Now just notice what happens to you. You may see things, those of you who are clairvoyant. You may hear things, those of you who are clairaudient. I don't know about the one for smell. I can't remember the name of it, but you can smell things. Me, I feel things and I know things. There you go. That's wonderful. And now we'll start our healing part. First of all, command your chakras. Chakras spin as fast as is safe for me. Now, my healing guides are showing me that when we say chakras, I usually think of it as 1 through 7, but when we say chakras, they're not differentiating between whether it's major chakras or minor chakras. You have a minor chakra at every joint in your body. And there are major minor chakras, like at your shoulders and your hips, have them in your hands, your feet, along your spine. So each one of those are spinning now. Breathe in the energy from above and below. Your body takes in that energy, move it to your heart, and send it throughout your body with the intention to clear congestion from your chakras. Okay, and my healing guides are saying that it would really behoove all of us to do this at least before we go to bed at night, because there are more and more low vibration energies being produced through fears and all different kinds of names, the wars that are happening, the loss of life, the storms, the floods. And I'm being told there are going to be storms this summer in the Northern Hemisphere. All over the world. So that means hurricanes, typhoons, tropical storms. What they had happen in Houston wasn't a tropical storm, although the winds got very high. There you go. And just be there. And Amma is saying, remember, all of the protection, the heart source, everything is to stay in our hearts and to be the calm within the storm. To hold the space for calmness, to hold the space for being in the heart. There is an energy that wants us in fear. And the reason that they want us in fear is because when we are in fear, we cannot see beyond the fear. One of the members in the group were talking about the fear, and she's been saying thank you. And that is wonderful. Be in thanks, be in appreciation, be in gratitude. Because that's the antithesis of fear. It is of the love energy. There you go. Now, our healing lecture room is being devised. A floor of light below us, a canopy of light above us, pillars of light in the 4 corners. And there's also a central pillar. And along the perimeter of our healing lecture room, angels are taking their place and two opposing, and what I mean is they're looking at each other, of the walls, if you would call it that, are of Archangel Michael's angels. And the other two are Archangel Raphael's band, healing band. There you go. So we're well protected, and the energies are around for healing as well. And in the central pillar are coming all manner of beings of light to come and support us. Those of you who have been here since the beginning, have you noticed that more and more beings are coming in to give support to us? To be there, to join us, not only for our healing, but the healing of the planet. Okay. Now, Hilarion and Yeshua are stepping out, and they are going to be leading this healing ceremony. Hilarion, when he was in ancient Greece, I think about the 4th century BC, he worked with primarily the physical body. Yeshua, when he was here, worked in many ways, but he tells me that really what he was doing was working to transmute darkness, and that there are 2 or 3 instances in the Christian scriptures in what's called the Gospels, which means good news, by the way, of where Yeshua frees people from dark spirits. And he said he did it much more often than that. We're going to get some of that today, by the way, and that freedom that is there. Good. And Hilarion says, please, and he's bowing to each one of us, please choose a place to sit. He has green chairs of jade everywhere and says, please choose where to sit. And it's interesting because there I see one of these green chairs at the foot of a mountain. It reminds me of Glacier National Park, if you've ever been there. I see another by the seashore. And actually what I'm seeing, I was at a place called Seal Point, Oregon, where the seals are on the rocks there, and there's wonderful water. The Pacific is so strong. And the beauty of the seals calling. I see somebody, actually a chair in the middle of a whale pod. Somebody else in a meadow. So there's just find the chair that attracts you, that is where you wish it to be. There's one for everyone, and the perfect one. And remember, this includes all of you who are watching this online, watching the recording. Okay. And now Yeshua is coming forward to join Hilarion. Interesting. And they are turning around and motioning to some other Chohans of some of the different rays and asking them to join them. One is Kuan Yin, one is Mother Mary. Here come some others. And there's a representative for rays 1 through 12. There you go. And this particular healing thing that we're doing is specifically for those of us who are listening to the recording or here live because they want to start with healing with yourself first. And if you will connect with your healing team, please tell your healing team where you most want healing. And I'm getting from Hilarion, and tell them why you want healing in this way. What would healing in this way for you personally do for you and for your relationships? And now your healing team is gathered around you, along with the Chohans of each of the rays. And the main member of your healing team, and I'm being told that alternates depending upon what they're working on, is standing right behind you, and the others are gathered around with their hand about 3 feet above your crown. And all are supporting this being by sending energy to the being, and this combined energy of love and light is coming out of the hearts and hands of the head of your healing team for this time. And what I'm seeing is that the energy that is coming out is first going to your structural system, your musculoskeletal system, and is moving down your musculoskeletal system, down your spinal column, down your legs, down your arms and your shoulders, your sternum. And healing teams, we ask for healing of the wounds which are affecting the musculoskeletal system in any way. We ask for healing not only of the wounds within ourselves, but the wounds which are generational. Asking for the healing of the DNA. Healing of the wounds which are on a soul level. So that would be of different lifetimes. And now the healing is spreading out. It's going from your musculoskeletal system to the nervous system. All of the nerves, just imagine if you've seen one of those books that kind of have flyleaf images and stuff that go over it. My dad went to medical school after his 5th kid was born. And so we had these things and you could see them start with the musculoskeletal system. And then they put over another one of those, looks like almost cellophane things, which was the nervous system. That includes the brain. The energy is now moving down there. And I am asking for clarity in the brain. Some of us are of an age that we may have plaque, the type of plaque that's in the neurons and glial cells of the brain. We ask that the exact vibration of energy needed to dissolve that come to us now. They're saying with awareness, as it comes in, breathe and then send it out with your breath as you exhale the residuals of it. Your healing team is going to be using the plugins necessary to bring healing to your nervous system. Your healing teams are addressing the ventricles in your brain. They're addressing some deficiencies in the myelin sheath. They're addressing some issues with the synapses of all of the nerves. And now the architectural experience, which is a live being or consciousness, if you wish, the architectural blueprint is being overlaid on your nervous system and your musculoskeletal system. And now, put on top of that is your cardiovascular system. The heart, the arteries, the veins, the capillaries. We ask you to send through each one of us the exact vibration of love needed to dissolve any black plaque within our arteries and veins. That our carotid arteries be absolutely clear. That the aorta, which goes down our body, be clear. We ask that any weaknesses in any of our veins and arteries, no matter where they are in our body, in our brain, in our, did I say brain? The blood vessels and everything like that, we want the walls of those strengthened. We ask if there are any weaknesses in any of those vessels, arteries, veins, or peripheral circulatory system, be strengthened. We ask the healing teams that work with these vessels, no matter how small or how large they are, to come and do the repair work. And now comes an overlaying within you of your physical organs and endocrine glands, tissues in the many ways that they're absorbed or held together, the fascia, for instance. Same thing. Good. And now your integumentary system. So that's the skin and the fascia. I just looked at the time, so I want to know that even if I speed up a little bit, that all of this is happening exactly as you need in time, because they are in no time. And now I'm asking for the air that you breathe come into your system, that all that needs to happen physiologically with the air that you breathe, all that is to happen physiologically with what you drink and what you eat. And now, what they didn't have in medical school, an overlay of the divine blueprint of your meridian system and your entire energy system. healing teams are using the various plugins. And one of the major ones at this place is the overall plugin to heal anything within your energy field. Good. Now, this whole healing is being focused on you, implanted in you, if you would. It's like a big plug-in. Now, call forth all of those you are holding in your heart. Broken hips, pain, and wherever it is physically in your body, pain wherever it is in your emotional bodies or mental bodies. And I want you to see all of that energy gathered together and see those that you are holding in your mind and in your heart. The consciousness of this whole thing that we've just done, gather it in some form, can be a symbol, and offer it to every person you have in mind. You can ask their healing. If you're one who's trying to heal the world, you can offer it to the healing teams of each one to take back. And now we're going to ask them being the healing teams of everybody, to do that in their space of no time. Now offer this gift of the consciousness of this whole thing that we did. Call and ask. Please give this to the people in Afghanistan, in Gaza, in Ethiopia, in Somalia, in Turkey, Iraq, Iran. Whatever country comes to mind for you, whatever state or province comes to mind, and call to the healing teams of those people and say, one of you, please come and take this amazing energy that has been collected for me and bring it to the people who need it. And now we're going to release that to the place of no time so that it can be distributed throughout the planet. And now set your intention for those beings whose job it is to find the souls who are lost, those souls who have left their body and they're not able to see their angels and guides. They've lost their way. Send out wonderful energies and support with your love the beings who work with them, and ask that more light be shed upon these beings so that they can see the guides who are there, family members who are there, who are looking for their hand to take them home with them. Your time of pain and suffering is over. No need to look any further for where you need to go. Children, there is a mother's energy here waiting for you. those who are angry. There is somebody here waiting with you to assist you through your anger. Those who are in despair, we ask you to look into your hearts and discover, then as you look outward, that there are people to assist you, to show you that you can release that despair. Just let them come. Send out that energy. Keep breathing in from above and below. And now we ask you to call in your soul healing team, who are part of your healing team, and the soul healing team of every person that you have been holding in space and in prayer. And soul healing team, we ask you to find all of the pieces of the soul, of the self, of every person we hold in our heart, to go out and find them, to bring them back, those pieces, and to clean, repair, and heal every one of those pieces. And now to place them exactly where they belong, reintegrate them, wherever it is in the energy body, where those pieces need to be put back. We ask that for ourselves. We ask that for our family and friends. We ask that for everyone we have been holding in our heart. Now, all of this is happening, and Archangel Michael has come in. He says, this is going to continue. And Archangel Michael wants to tell you what you are doing. Dearly beloved beings of light, I have a short message for you. Your message to the world is what you just did. It is healing of yourself, moving to the healing of those that you know and care for and have been asked to pray for, moving to the healing of those you have heard of but don't know, and then moving to an even larger group of people you have read about, that you are concerned about, that you wish that you could help change their situation. You have escorted people home by calling those who needed to come. Children had mother figures that come if their mothers were still in their bodies. There are so many spiritual beings ready to be asked, and they have to be asked to come and support. You may say, what about your angels and your guides and your healing teams? You asked them as a soul before you incarnated to be with you, to assist you. The beings that are waiting are those that do not have an assignment at this time. They have not been asked. So ask them. Ask the beings who have been trained in healing the body in particular ways, who have been trained to heal trauma, who have been trained to search for and to assist those souls who have left their bodies, and some of them do not even know that their body is gone. Call them to help you to help others. There are even those that you can call to you and be with you and minister to you as you are struggling in the chaos of your life, or in the knowing that things are changing and I don't know how they're changing, and I don't know what I am supposed to do, and I don't know if I can do whatever is next. Ultimately, every one of us are here to work in what you could call healing. You are so magnificent. One day you will discover that. You are so magnificent. There is no way that you can know and see the beauty of your energy as you have been asking for healing for yourself, and especially when you brought in that energy and offered it to others, because that's what you did. You took everything you did and offered it as gift to others. Members of my band of angels are with you to support you. You may call upon them directly if you wish. You can ask before you start this healing that those who are ready to volunteer to work with your energy come in and protect you, and to protect those that you love, whom you love, so that they may go where they need to go. They may be healed in the way that they need to be healed. We work together as a team. You and I, and Yeshua and Buddha, and all of the Chohans of the various rays, and all of the saints and masters that you have ever heard of, and the thousands and millions, yes, that you do not know the names of. They are simply waiting to be asked to come. Why do you need to ask? Oh, there's that thing called free will. Ask. There are those that do not know how to ask, and you may ask for them. Now, yes, the other person has every right, due to free will, to accept or to not accept the assistance that they have been giving. And as sad as you may think that is, it is their right, even those who have no bodies anymore, even those who are consumed with despair, with shame, with this lack of unworthiness. Even those who are consumed with being a perfectionist in thought, word, deed, and action, which does inhibit things for your own growth when you have that perfectionism that is there. Because you are loved without strings. And when you are a perfectionist, you often cannot love without strings. I encourage you to talk daily with the teams that you would send out to others. I encourage you to talk daily with those wonderful beings of light who wish to be with you and help you as you write, as you draw, as you laugh, as you play, as you watch movies, as you heal. You are not alone. You are not. Yes, you know you have angels and guides and you have a healing team. You have many more waiting to come and to be with you. Those who can sit down and assist you as you are trying to find what's happening, because all of you here All of you who will be watching this or reading these words, you are in transition. Remember adolescence? Do you remember how difficult that was for almost every one of you? It is the time when you knew that you were moving into adulthood. You didn't know how little you were moving into adulthood. You notice how some people never seem to make it there, right? But when you come to be responsible for yourself and take responsibility, that is where you are again. It is like a different type of adolescence. You have learned what you have needed from where you were. And now, because of your commitment to being truly who you are, not just as a human being in this third dimension, but as a soul who has spent lifetimes upon lifetimes learning about love. Those of you who perhaps after this lifetime will not be coming back to Earth, or that will go into training to be guides for other people on the other side of the plane. Things are happening, and we are with you. And if you need us to give you a hand, even just to support you, because mostly it is to support, because this is work you need to do yourself. Many of you have discovered that things from the past are coming up. Wounds that you thought were healed are being activated again as you are going deeper and deeper to where the roots of what you have experienced throughout your lifetimes, throughout this life, are showing you where they are hidden so that you can choose to remove those roots, which has you choosing to not feel rooted until you find your new roots. What story do you tell about yourself? Is it the story of your wounds, of your past, even if it's another lifetime? Or is it the story of who you have become? Who you have realized you are? The magnificent creations of the Creator. You, as the magnificent creations, were given the power to create and to discover that when you work hand in hand with the Creator, you are even more creative than you have ever been in your life, and you are loved. My band of angels is here to help you. I am here to help you. Angels that work with your particular creativity are here to help you. The Creator made all of us to support each other and to love. Thank you for being here with us, for calling upon us. We take great joy in being of service to you. And those who are not yet called to work with a particular person, they are ready to be called and to be in service to you. We would do it for all 8+ billion of you. We would do so in joy. My blessings to you. This is Kathy. I feel like we had a time shift. It's like time opened up and we were able to have more of a message than I thought we were going to be able to have.
It's beautiful, Dr. Kathy.
Isn't
Thank
it
you.
amazing when that happens?
Amazing.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Blessings to each one of you.
Blessings to you too.
Take
Thank
care.
you. You too. God bless.
Bye.
Bless you all. Bye, Cleo. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. God bless
Bye,
you.
Margaret. Bye, Margaret.
Bye,
Bye,
Cleo.
Cleo.
Have a good week, Cleo.